My name is Philip Knight and I live at Adelaide Gardens, and I have an interest in the history of the suburb as well as the bungalow design, which is predominantly found here. Charles Reid was a New Zealand journalist who had an interest in town planning, and he developed that with a tour where he accompanied his cousin for a rugby union All Black tour of England. While he was there, he took the opportunity to visit the best and worst of England, the urban living environment, and came up with a proposal that we in Australia and New Zealand should be sharing some of those ideals as to how we can better provide for ordinary people a better class of accommodation. In 1944, the suburb was bombed by, in this case, by the Americans. It was one of the rare occasions that we had activity this far south. However, the bombs consisted largely of champagne, eggs, beer, oranges, and the like, which had intended to be purchased for a party that the Americans were going to hold back in the Northern Territory before going back into the Asian theatre of war. When the plane had come down here for other purposes, a number of the people on board were given some money to purchase these items, and they were stored on board the plane in the cargo hold, but somebody had thrown, we understand, a duffel bag, hit the release lever to clear the bombs after a normal bombing run. That unfortunately cleared the materials in the bomb bay, and that caused it to rain down in Adelaide Gardens. I think Charles Reid would be very pleased with the suburb today and how it's developed. Over recent census information, that's verified by the number of young families which are coming back into the area. The heritage system which we've got in place now does allow for quite useful extensions to be put onto the properties, and so they bring them up to the standards that people are looking for today without compromising the street appeal. So we have large numbers of young families who are able to come and use the fairly generous block sizes, able to use the parks and the internal reserves, and have access to the local schools and other facilities. So Reid was always aiming for this to be a lovely family environment, and that's what the suburb is continuing to serve as, and highly sought after on that basis.